One of the things that I teach my students is to start to work like a pendulum. And this is going to help you with a couple different aspects of your archery. One, it's going to help you to just work on this repetitive movement that isn't wasting efficiency and focus outside of really what you're there to do, which is practicing making good archery shots. So with archery, really the only thing that we're really considering is, our base, and then as that base works up to where the target is downrange. So for the most part, when you're practicing, your target's going to be level. So let's say I was at the other end, aiming here at the center. I'm just focusing on my 6 o'clock, then working up to where the target is, and 9 o'clock. So by having just that pendulum of making a shot, looking down at the ground, loading that arrow, loading the arrow, putting your release on the string, relaxing that front shoulder, and now starting my shot process, looking down at my feet, then my grip. My shot process works literally from here right up to where you are. And this is how it swings. It just swings like this. So I want you to think about that and load your arrow, knock your release, the front shoulders relax. Now I'm looking between this arm and my chest or my stomach, down to my feet. My eyes go from my feet right to my hand as it is in the grip. I raise the bow. I'm thinking about my shoulder. I'm drawing the bow stops. I come over to my anchor position. I bring my head to center the peep, front sight, rear sight, and now I'm making my shot to you, which as I'm standing here, I'm just going to say that's 9 o'clock. So I'm just literally working on flow of letting my shot happen, coming back down to reset. Letting my shot happen, coming back down to reset. And if you focus on that, what you're going to find is you're going to help yourself get into these rhythms and hopefully get into a flow state, but also you start to reduce the lack of, or you start to reduce your ability of wasting energy and not being efficient. The lack of being efficient really makes archers fall apart later in the day, later on the hunt, or later at the tournament. You see people that shoot amazing at the beginning of the day, and then all of a sudden their scores just start to slide off, and you think, man, if they could have just sustained that, they would be a leader. But what separates the goods from the not so goods is just their ability to do the same thing for a longer period of time. So if you're not going to be focusing on just relaxing and having everything that's moving and functioning from down here to up here to down here, and instead you want to start to bring this above that, and you're now holding your bow up here all the time. If you're standing around using energy like this, if you're always turning around and talking to someone, you're really reducing your ability to do what matters, and that's work on your pendulum just from here to here. Shot happens, come back down, reset. So I want you to utilize this information in your practice and be able to just load your arrow, your release is on, you're now ready for your shot. You can look down at your feet, grip, raising up, pointing to the target, shoulders in check. Now you're going to draw your bow. Caleb, get out of the way. You're going to draw your bow. Then you're going to anchor, come into your peep, the shot happens and you're gonna reset. Or if the shot doesn't happen, you can come down, let down, and reset. But just practice working on your pendulum and just working in this flow state right here. And you're gonna be more efficient and definitely more accurate on the target.